Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 27th, making it October 24th, 90 days out. Contracts going on today. Of course, we got Maine at 10 o'clock, New Hampshire at 11 o'clock, and we are into the final week of Ignite. That is taking place today at 9 o'clock in the Portsmouth training room and, of course, online at KWikstart.com. Now, Dr. Westcott is teaching today, so I do believe he's in the midst of getting himself settled in the training room, and I think he is intending also to join me. I don't know. We'll find out. It's fine. If he can't make it, that's cool. Stuff going on the rest of this week. I am in Meredith tomorrow for the Meredith, we do like a town hall mastermind. That's tomorrow at 12 o'clock. In Portsmouth tomorrow, once a month, you'll notice that Jeff D'Angelo, is doing his talk. That is in Portsmouth tomorrow at noon. And then following that, tomorrow at 12 in Portsmouth, you've got Jeff. And then at 1 o'clock, Nathan's going to be talking about the disappearing cap. So if you have no familiarity, what are we talking about? Is it a magic trick? Not really, sort of. It's awesome. You've got an opportunity through building your growth tree through profit share and also attracting proven talent to the market center to make your cap disappear. So Nate's going to talk about some changes that he's decided to make to that, and it's going to be for a limited time. So there's a window in which he's going to test drive what he wants to do with the disappearing cap at our market center, which not every market center does, which is another super cool thing about Nathan and his willingness to, give you guys a great opportunity just through profit share alone to build passive income, and then above and beyond that to reduce your financial commitment to the market center for the following year. So I'm going to let him drill down on the math tomorrow, but what I'll explain so you understand what is this disappearing cap thing. It's an opportunity to attract proven talent, which we see as someone who is doing capper level business at another brokerage. Should you be the procuring cause for them to come play with us here when they do join here and name you procuring cause and they sign you up as their sponsor on their binding sponsorship agreement, a capper level agent would reduce your cap by a certain percentage in the next financial year. So after you roll, so say you roll November 1st, starting November 1st, you'd have a reduction for the next financial year's cap. Nathan's going to explain that. That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock here in Portsmouth. He did it in Meredith last week, doing it in Portsmouth this week. There will be no cameras. So if you're meeting with Jeff tomorrow at 12 in Portsmouth or Nathan tomorrow at 1 in Portsmouth, it's be in the training room exclusive. I will be in Meredith tomorrow for our 12 o'clock mastermind as I travel on Thursdays. That's tomorrow in Meredith. And then really important for people to be aware of, which I think not everybody is aware of, there are waiting list seats for James Shaw. There are waiting list seats for James Shaw. So please make sure you're well aware of that. People, I've heard from a couple little birdies that they jumped on the waiting list and they've already scored their tickets. So what they're going to do is the region is realizing, as I said, this was going to happen, and it's happening. I think a lot of people, when the tickets first went on sale, you could buy one ticket or you could buy 5 packs. And I think some very excited people might have bought some 5 packs, and then they're realizing I don't have people that, not that people wouldn't be willing to go, but I think people might be on vacation or they forgot about the date. They've got appointments, they've got closings, whatever the case may be. So Tuesday, August 2nd, next Tuesday, it's 9 to 3. There's already excitement about the chicken nuggets, chicken tenders. They're going to tell you the tenders. Excited about the chicken tenders. The Puritan backroom. Somebody just said the ice cream is excellent too. You're preaching to the choir. Amen, sister. Yeah, right next door they have ridiculous ice cream. Stay focused. James Shaw is pretty excited about this. He was talking this morning on his pivot shift call, which is every weekday, and he is actually in Los Angeles today to deliver his workshop out in L.A. So James was on at 5 Pacific time, which God bless him. I think he's realizing the people that get up at the crack of stupid to be on the 8 o'clock East Coast call. It's 5 o'clock on the West Coast. Dear Lord, 3 o'clock in Hawaii. Anyway, yes, that is next Tuesday. That is 9 to 3 at the Puritan Backroom Conference Center, which is off the back of the restaurant. And, of course, connected to that, everyone, including James Shaw, very excited about the chicken tenders. Now, historically, as the old wives' tale goes, apparently the Pappas family that owns the Puritan Backroom, they claim to have invented the chicken tender. I don't know. They claim to have invented the chicken tender. I've got people all over the place, but oh yeah, people are cranking a whole bunch of information into the Facebook right now about all the things. There's the Puritan chicken tender profiled in USA Today for the Puritan back. There's so much room and so much chatter in the chat right now. If you're on Facebook, I appreciate all the intel. And yes, you can, without fail, still get on the waiting list as tickets clear up for this. So if you did not grab your tickets, the waiting list is starting to flesh out and people are scoring tickets. They are $99. It is 6 hours with our Director of Education for Keller Williams Realty International. A phenomenal learning opportunity. You're going to be in the room with, I do believe they topped that room out at about 180. So the dorkiest of the dorkiest are going to be in that room with you, and people who are really excited about moving their business forward. James had a great conversation today about the fact that, the probability of getting the buyer that's truly motivated right now and uncovering that motivation is important, and having that conversation. So please get on that waiting list. What they're going to do is send you an exclusive link so you can actually go and get your ticket and sign up. And some people were letting me know yesterday that they scored those tickets. So there's still time to get tickets. Get on that waiting list. The information's in the chat right now. And I appreciate that people are still excited about this opportunity, because it's super cool that he's coming here. And off the heels of that, then you've got Mega Camp, and that's at the end of the month. That is in Texas. And there's two options there. You can go to Texas, of course, fly, hotel, 6th Street, music, food, Gary. The conference ticket is $649, or you can do your digital ticket, which is $129. If you get your physical ticket, you still will have access to all the collateral and all the content that's on through the digital ticket, because your digital ticket is baked into the conference ticket. So those opportunities are there for you as well. And I'm going to warn you again, because we're inside the 90 days. 90 days right now out is October 24th, and early October, we've got the National Mastermind for Keller Williams is coming to Boston. That'll be another huge opportunity to rub elbows with the people who are, dorkalicious. If you're leaning into these conversations, if you are coming to these events, said with love, you're doing it right. And no judgment. If you, I'm going to fair warning here. If you're involved with Keller Williams and you get to the end of your career, and you have never done any of these events, and you've never gotten yourself out to a family reunion. This year is going to be in Anaheim, or this coming year, I should say, February is going to be in Anaheim, and Mega Camp is always in Austin. For you to miss out on those takes, to be in a room with a bunch of people who have put their money down where their mouth is, and they've traveled out to go to these events, I think you're missing out. You're selling yourself short in the experience of being a Keller Williams agent. Now, you can argue, well, yeah, but like all these other brokerages have their big events too. They don't hold a candle. One of our probably most discriminating agents who's been around for a while, the great Joy Tarbell, was with some other brokerages, and she was at her first family reunion, I think might have been Vegas a few years ago, and she's like, this is far and beyond anything else she's ever experienced in a corporate real estate environment to go to a big event. So we do things differently. We do them better. Tons of bias there. I think there's a huge opportunity for you to go and then above and beyond that, build out on your referral experience, right? Because just like when you door knock and you're like, hey, I've got a buyer for your house. If you truly don't, that's why so many consumers are like, well, of course they're going to say they have a buyer. And you also don't want to say to your loved ones, I've got somebody for here, there, or whatever. But if you can say in integrity, I have somebody in Utah, I have somebody in Arizona, I have somebody in California, just absolutely make those calls and get your one person in each state. Brooke was just talking about this yesterday on the Summer Shift. Get your one person in every state. And I know you think, well, California, I need more than one person. I need more than one referral agent in California. You find a rock star in Los Angeles, which I'm sure James is going to run into today while he's delivering his workshop in Los Angeles. If you find a rock star in Los Angeles, they're going to know the rock stars in the other parts of the state. They're going to have their referral, network built out in their state. And then if you get somebody in California, stands to reason they'll have somebody in the surrounding states. So if you have a great agent in Florida, they probably know somebody in Bambalamba. They know somebody in Georgia. They know somebody in South Kakalaka. We got to figure this out. We have to use the leverage of our powerful company to benefit our clients. That's what this is all about. And you going to these events, you leaning into these learning opportunities is second to none. So please, without fail, make sure that you're staying focused on these opportunities. It's well worth it. It's beyond well worth it. So giving you a heads up on that. So in the next couple of days, don't forget, tomorrow I'm in Meredith, and then tomorrow here in Portsmouth, 12 o'clock, you got Jeff. 1 o'clock, you got Nathan talking about the disappearing cap. It actually says in the morning news to earn a free cap. And you might be thinking, am I getting a baseball hat if I come to this event? No, we're talking about the reduction of your cap for the next financial year. And Nate will tell you all about it tomorrow in Portsmouth at 1 o'clock. Beyond that, the Pivot Shift Ahead workshop that's coming next Tuesday is hyper important. And if you can get yourself on the wait list and get into that, that's super huge. And I think right now, a lot of people, and I say this with love, I think a lot of people obviously might be leaning into the national stories that they're hearing on the news, and that things are crazy and it's really busy, and rates are changing and people are falling out of love with the opportunity of real estate. If someone's truly motivated, if their necessity to move, right? Because historically in the spring and even into the summer, you'd have a lot of clients that would tell you, we just want to see if we can get what, we're just going to throw our house in the market and see what happens. That level of ambivalence is not really working anymore. Somebody really has to be motivated to move. And we are not going to be the people that motivate them. You cannot motivate somebody to move. You can help them uncover their motivation. And you can help them work their way through all the circumstances in their head that they think they have built up and the reasons why they can't move, or rates are gone through the roof. Rates have not gone through the roof. Ask your grandparents, ask your parents what they might have had for a percentage for their rate. What was their rate on their mortgage when they bought their house? I guarantee it's north of where we are right now. And yes, I know 12 minutes ago, it feels like I was getting people, I was getting buyers, and they were talking to lenders, and they were getting threes. And now we're through the roof, and some people are seeing fives. If moving is an important thing for them, we have to be okay with the fact that this is just their reality. And for them to wait a little bit longer, the numbers probably are not going to improve. The feds are sitting today, I believe I just saw or heard. The feds are sitting today. The rates are going to go up again. So if you got somebody who's shopping and they already locked their rate, good for them. And right now, if you can get your people into a conversation with a lender today, before the rates get moved again, that would be beneficial. What they need to know is that it's cyclical and the rates are going to come down again and they'll be able to refi. So are we having the conversations with people, enough people, because we need to talk to a bunch of people to truly find people that actually want to move. Even the story of, buyers are exhausted. We talked about buyer exhaustion because of everything that we were going through last summer, because it was so frenetic and people were just writing offers left, right, and center, waiving inspections, waiving appraisals, handing their children over. That's gone, right? And people are aware of the rates. And if someone really needs to move, if it is part of their next logical move, and Gary says this all the time, nobody's ever going to buy a house, sell a house, invest in real estate, or join our brokerage if it's not appropriate for them. So having enough conversations with enough people to find out what their next logical move is and guiding them with that information is hyper important. And that's where we come in and making sure we're giving them local information. They're getting their heads all screwed up because they're hearing national stories with 30-day-old information. They're on CNBC with Chuck Kramer screaming the sky is falling. If they need to move, we are their resource, and we have to bring them the local truth. And if we're able to do that on a regular basis, are you talking to enough people to do that? And if you are struggling with the conversations in and around lead generation, and everybody hates the words lead generation. People cower when they hear the word script. I'm going to say this with love. If you are talking to enough people, and what's enough? I don't know. National average is 19 no's to a yes, right? So it's about 20 conversations a day, and that's maybe in a different time. Gary would tell you right now we should be doubling down. Actually, I think at Family, he just said triple down. So where Ignite was 10, it should be 20. Where Bold is 20, it should be 40. And if you don't have an appointment in the afternoon, after your ham sandwich at lunch, you should just keep talking to people. And it doesn't need to be salesy. I think we keep wrapping this back to, I don't want to call my friends and be salesy. Don't be salesy. Just have a human conversation. You're checking in with them. How was their 4th of July? What are they doing for the summer? You can take that forward conversation and crack it up, and you can go recreation first and talk about their vacation. You can go right to job if you want to, but the natural order of things when we have an organic conversation with another human being is family, occupation, recreation, dreams, or goals, right? You're not like, hey, did you have a dream last night? What was it about? Dreams and goals. Is the last time you talked to the Buchanans they were going to buy a boat? Have they bought the boat? Well, no, we didn't because we don't have a house to move it to. Okay, so you're still thinking about buying a lake house. Well, we'd love to, but the market's crazy and we don't think it's the right time. If it's appropriate for them and it's part of their goal and their dream for their family, then it's the right time. The rates are what the rates are. This is our current existence on planet America. And we have to start having that honest conversation with people because they'll be able to refinance later and adjust their rate. But if you are helping people wait and wait and wait, and I say this to you guys all the time, with love, people tell me all the time, I'm working with a ton of buyers. Are you working with them or waiting with them? Are we going out and finding them the property they require? Because if you're waiting for another agent to bring the listing your buyer requires to move forward, pack a lunch. Because too many people right now are waiting, and we are the most powerful real estate company on the planet. Too many other agents are waiting for somebody else to do the heavy lifting. And it's not heavy lifting. I don't know. What's this phone? An ounce? Pick it up. Well, actually, this one. This is your favorite. Let's use this one. Let's use the big phone. Pick it up. Talk to your people. Find out who they know that you should know. It is that simple. And that's very brass tacks. And I feel like you guys, I know you guys feel this way. Wow, we're having this conversation again. We absolutely are. I ask 2 things at the top of every training. Does anybody in the room have too many listings? I'll wait. Okay. Does anybody in the room have too much money in the bank? And I know that can come across as callous. I'm not defining that the amount of money in your bank account defines your success or your significance. I'm just asking, everyone came here because they, historically, from another professional environment, you came here because you want to control your calendar and your bank account. Are you doing that? You have the ability to do that. Are you doing that? Or did you move from Liberty Mutual to Keller Williams and you're living the same existence? You can get paid as many times as you want this week, and you are paid in direct correlation with the amount of people you help. And we shouldn't be ashamed of that. If you're in real estate and you're printing money, it's because you helped a ton of people, and that is a feel-good situation. So ask yourself, who are you going to talk to today? Whose life will you change today? And if that sounds bombastic to you, I don't apologize. I don't care how you feel that sounds. We have the ability every day to change people's lives. And we cannot do that if we handcuff ourselves and them by not picking up the phone, not connecting with them. Does it have to be the phone? No. Is it the human batting cage that's going to allow you to have the most conversations? Yes. Are you doing it enough? For most of us, the answer is no. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Because our inability to pick up the phone and have conversations with our best people is keeping them from hitting their goals and doing things for their family that they need our help and motivation and information to move them forward. Call and have an honest local conversation about what their ability to move, to buy, sell, invest, or leave Liberty Mutual and join Keller Williams is all about today. If you're not talking to your people, somebody is. And they're probably probably underwhelming them. You're going to find out this fall that somebody worked with somebody else to buy, sell, or invest because you didn't make the call. You didn't have the connection. The last time they talked to you was 1972. It's not their job to remember that we're in real estate. It's not their job to understand that we are their best resource. It's our job to deliver that information. If we can help with anything, marketing, you're looking for Alana Babineau, KWCLMmarketing.com, timewithbabs.com, B-A-B-S, timewithbabs.com to book with her. You're looking for your brokers? Guess what? Contracts at 10 o'clock with Maine, 11 o'clock with New Hampshire, and Jason Westcott, one of our great brokers, is teaching Ignite in just minutes here in Portsmouth. It will also be online at KellerIgnite.com as we wrap up Ignite for our market center, which the final chapter of Ignite will be Monday. Jason Westcott has you covered today, okay? So if you want to meet with Jason, he's teaching this morning. But your brokers, you know where to find them. They're always here for you. Contracts happening from Maine at 10, New Hampshire at 11 o'clock. That is KellerTV.com. If I can help, please let me know. It's meetwithcoach.com to book some time, or you got a question, comment, concern, hopes and dreams, or just some help with a script. It is 603-834-2856. We'll see you in and around the Market Center. We appreciate that you guys can wake up and go work anywhere on planet Earth. We're so proud to be in business with you. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.